I think the main difference between Taiwan and Sweden is not the weather and it's not the food. I think that the main difference is that Sweden, there is so few people. Of course, we also have Stockholm, which is the city, but that is just a little part of Sweden. And Sweden is a huge country, I think 3 or 4 times the size of Taiwan, 5 times the size of Taiwan. And the population is half of Taiwan. So you feel here that you have the whole forest, the whole country to yourself, basically. A lot of times when I go out ice skating on the lake or skiing in the forest, I don't meet anyone, you know. And to me, as a Swedish, that is amazing. Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So today we have a pretty interesting topic. So in today's video I thought I'm gonna talk about the reasons, that maybe 3 biggest reasons why we left Taiwan, and also how it is going, like if it's going as well as we expected, and maybe a little bit of a spoiler. The answer is no. I'm gonna talk about that later. My fire is dying out, I need to put on some wood. The other day I checked through my videos in Taiwan. I've been shooting 500 vlogs. I've been shooting 500 vlogs. I've been living there 7 years, shooting 500 vlogs. And if you have done 500 vlogs in one country, you know, then you feel like, what more is there to say? Honestly, what more is there to say? But now I'm back in Sweden and I feel everything here is new. There is so many things I want to shoot here, you know. In a few days I'm going to a bakery together with my friend. She's a professional baker. And we're gonna go to a bakery that is wood fire. It's a very simple topic, but for me, that is really something meaningful I can shoot about my hometown. For me, I think that the quality of life in Taipei is that you can eat food from the whole world. And you have so many cafes, and you can meet people from any part of the world. And as a foreigner, it's so interesting to experience all of these new flavors, night markets, new candy. You can go to 7-Eleven, try a piece of chocolate you never tried it in your whole life. You know, that is a very high quality of life. No matter where you want to go in Taipei, you know, there's a super convenient subway. There are so many parks. You can walk your dog. Like, for the convenient and modern human being, Taipei is the place to go.
Do you want anything else?
A dragon fruit.
But then in the end, you know, we still packed our 2 cats and we fly to Sweden, and it's a process that takes a lot of effort. I think twice as much effort as I expected. I thought it was basically just apply for visa, get a flight ticket, bring the cat, but it took a lot of effort. One very important reason why we also moved to Sweden is because the housing situation in Taiwan, you know, is a small island with a lot of people, and the country is doing quite well, especially with the chips and stuff, so it's quite much money coming into the island. And for these reasons, the housing in Taiwan is very expensive. Also, apart from Taipei, you know, it's not that many areas that is fit to build, because it's a lot of like mountains and that kind of stuff. So we felt that it was very hard to come into like the housing market in Taipei or Taiwan. It felt really, really expensive, and even comparing the countryside in Taiwan, like Puli for example, with my hometown, it's so much cheaper to buy a house in Sweden. One of our main priorities right now is to find a house here, and we also bid on a few houses, but so far we didn't find the right house. It's been, you know, I feel that this series of looking at house, I think it become 2 years old now already, so I think sooner or later we should really find a house. And then it is of course that Charlie has her visa now, and this visa runs out in September, so if we don't stay here for 1 year, she's not gonna get another Swedish visa, you know, so our chance to be in Sweden, otherwise we're gonna be in Taiwan basically for the rest of our lives, which is not too bad.
It's not too bad. No.
But at least, you know, we want to try to see how it is to live in Sweden. So, how is it going so far? Well, for me, as you can see, I love it here, but for Charlie, so far, she's having a really tough time. And I think the main reason is the weather, because this is the coldest winter in some 50 years. We have -30, we have -25. Today we only have -20, so it feels better. And this is crazy cold.
I'm not going out anymore when it's -23.
I think this is really comparable to like 36 or 38 degrees of heat in Taiwan. That's how I felt. I moved to Taiwan in July, you know, and it was so crazy hot. Every day I'm thinking, you know, how can I live in this country? I was learning Chinese. I have to learn this impossible language. It's 38 degrees outside. You feel you are basically melting. Me and Charlie were fighting. Every time we go out, you know, we were fighting because this weather is so hot. We come to a crossing. She wants to go this, and I want to go this. It's you end up in the same place, but we want to take a different way, and this became a fight, you know. When it's -20, you don't really have energy to fight. It's too cold, so you more like cry basically because it's too painful. And the other thing is that she doesn't have any car that she can drive, because my parents' car, it's a manual, so she can only drive automatic. And she like kind of compare it to if we should move to Puli and I don't have a scooter, you know, then I'm so stuck. Of course I can walk a little bit, but you cannot really basically do anything. If you're gonna have this feeling of freedom, that you can go anywhere and do whatever you want, then you need to have a car. I think the big challenge for her in the long run, if we're gonna stay here in my hometown, is to make friends. Because now she met all of my friends and they like her and she like them. In the long run, you really want to have your own friends. For me, when I live in Taiwan, it's so valuable that I have my foreign friends, because sometimes you just want to meet up with them and you want to complain, you know, you've been eating hot pot every day and you sit down for 3 hours and it's so spicy and you feel like shit and you miss your family, then it's really valuable to have some foreign friends. You need to have someone who understands your situation. And I think in the end, if we are not gonna stay here, then we're probably gonna move to Stockholm, because it is of course more like living in Taipei, then you can try a lot of food, it's easier to make friends. And Charlie also likes shopping, that kind of thing. So I think the step is like, if in the end she doesn't feel happy in my hometown, then we will move to Stockholm. And if she doesn't feel happy in Stockholm, then yeah, we move back to Taiwan. And that's also nice, but I want to try for a few years now to live in Sweden. I also want to say that my wife is really strong, okay? She do a lot of things, like we go skiing, she put on so many clothing, she really try to like make her life here, and she make food and she go to the gym. So I think she's a really strong person, but I think also moving to the countryside of Sweden, I mean, there's a reason there is no Asian moving here. It's really a tough, unless you are born here, it's really tough to live here. It's so beautiful, but it's really also very tough. And I want to promote also channel membership, because right now that is the only way I'm making money here in Sweden. Also, I have the ASMR channel that I do together with my friend Simon. And if you like the introduction of today's video, you know, when I go and get the water and make the coffee, that is totally what that ASMR channel is about. Like we shoot very long shots, very beautiful shots here in Sweden with really good sound, because my friend is a sound engineer, so sound is totally perfect. I feel very proud of this channel, and it already got 3,000 followers after one video. For me, it's like, oh, mind-blowing. It's really fun. I hope that the ASMR channel gonna go well, so I will put a link to that as well. Please share if you think we're gonna find happiness here in Sweden, or if we're gonna come back to Taiwan. It's interesting too. Yeah, please just leave a like and leave a comment, and it also helps me really a lot if you guys want to subscribe to this channel. A lot of people, they come here and they watch and they don't subscribe, and it's free, you know, it's free, and it will help me. So please also subscribe to today's video if you like it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye.